Hi, I'm Calbert Warner, and you're listening to Press Start to continue on Valley Free Radio, WXOJLP 103.3 FM in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Good evening, everybody. This is Morlock, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue. We have 2 full hours of video game remixes and nerdcore hip-hop coming at you. We just heard some chiptunes from Maros from the album Nonsense Volume 16. It's called Haunted Castle. Interesting, Nonsense Volume 16, or just the Nonsense series, usually it's just nerdcore, but apparently there's some chiptunes and stuff in there, too. Before that is Save the Future by Storm Scuggin, and that's a Chrono Trigger remix. And we started off with Devotion to the Motif by APZX, and that is from Final Fantasy IV. If you want to get in touch with me, if you want to make any requests, we actually have a request coming at the end of the show. If you want to make a request, then you can email me. It's pressstartmorlock@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at pressstartlock. You can go to facebook.com/start to continue, where I post links to the podcast and sometimes other cool stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch, Press Start Morlock. I've been doing a lot of streaming of Twitch Sings, which is super fun. I love doing it, but I also stream creating the show and mixing the show, and also some audio editing if you're interested in that. So check that out. That's Press Start Lock on Twitter, and Press Start Morlock on Gmail and on Twitch. The last thing is I have a YouTube channel which I'm uploading shows to. If you would like to listen to the show on YouTube, then you can do that. But I don't have like a URL for that. It's youtube.com/. So go to starttocontinue.com. That's the main website, and you'll be able to find links to all of this stuff that I'm talking about. So continuing on, this is This Binary Drifter. It's by DDR Kirby, and it's a remix from Metroid Prime. And a lot of this section is just really cool, chill music. I really enjoy it, so I hope you do too. This is This Binary Drifter, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
game.
What's it rated? Let's see. T for teen with violence and suggestive themes? No.
Video games are fun, but not all games are right for all players. Look for the rating symbol and content descriptors, and read the rating summaries that tell you what's actually in the game.
This one better?
Oh, much.
For more information about ratings and rating summaries, visit esrb.org.
You're listening to Press Start to continue.
That was Late Night Ambiance by Cade Kalka from the game Animal Crossing New Leaf. Before that was Destined from Lindsay Ann Pepper and Medlix from Legend of Zelda. We started off with DDR Kirby's Metroid Prime remix, This Binary Drifter. I mentioned at the start of the show that I stream on Twitch, and this show was actually recorded and mixed on Sunday night the 10th, and I was able to chat with people in the chat, and if you're there, I can answer questions about the music or my process and everything like that. I want to give a shout out to Tashax and Vadell Gabriel, who's going to be in the next section of the show, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But they were in the chat with me and hanging out and suggesting music, so you should definitely do that too. Follow me on Twitch, and you'll be able to know when I'm going to be streaming show creation, and you can help me choose some music. So the next one is actually from a artist that was suggested by a new listener, which I really, really like playing now. Viking Guitar is from his album Brahm Hack, and it's called Crade Pecker, Faith No More, and Metroid. And this is Press Start to continue.
This is Ultimate Answer from Psychic Cyclone, and you're listening to Press Start to continue.
Slipgate by Mike M92. It's a Quake remix. Before that was Kraid Pecker, Faith No More, and Metroid by Viking Guitar from his EP ROM Hack. Just wanted to let you guys know most of the music that I'm playing tonight is from Overclocked Remix. Overclocked Remix is a great site. You go there, ocremix.org. You can download pretty much, all of the music there is free. It's just free to download. You can download it anytime you want. It's great. It's been running for almost 20 years at this point. I think it's heading towards 20th anniversary, like this year, next year. So definitely check that out. If you like Press Start to Continue, if you like the show, if you like this music, go to ocremix.org. Next up is Sister Ruins by Schematist from his album VG Remix Level 1, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue. Colors of the Winter Sky by Rebecca E. Tripp and Gamer of the Winds. That's a remix from Secret of Mana. And you're listening to Press Start to Continue. Before that was Final Fantasy VII Sister Ruins by Schematis from his album VG Remix Level 1. Now, if you want to know about Schematist or about Viking Guitar or about any of the artists that I play, go to starttocontinue.com/artists and you'll be able to find out their links and their Twitter and all that good stuff. Especially today, we have an interview coming up in the second hour. Vadell Gabriel, great artist, great DJ, and we'll be able to talk about a lot of different stuff, especially being a Black nerd. It's Black History Month. I'm trying to interview a bunch of Black creatives, so stay tuned for that in the next hour. I've got one more, which is actually a request from Vadell Gabriel. I was streaming and he requested it during the stream while I was mixing, so here it is. This is, let's see, this is called Lava Oil. Hot Head Bop is by DJ Max E, and it is a remix from Donkey Kong Country 2. So like I said, stay tuned. We have a bunch of Nerdcore, we have Vadell Gabriel and some of his music coming up in the next hour, so stay tuned for that.
This is Ben and Archie from Popular Geekery, and you're listening to Valley Free Radio.
WXOJ 103.3.
In Northampton, Massachusetts?
But sure, but I mean, you
If
can
you
listen to it
choose to
anywhere in
be.
the country. I mean, it's not limited to Northampton.
I was under the impression that we were in the information age.
You're listening to Press Start to Continue on Valley Free Radio Northampton, WXOJLP 103.3 FM. After 10 p.m., VFR allows us to play music with adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Little Red Riding Hood was in good with the food distribution by her own volition, choosing to sincerely deliver to old folks sucker, also vigor, cheese and crackers, salt and coffee, medicine to help the heart beat softly, awfully kind in a mission. Red was yes in a head-on collision with the forces of trouble, long in the tooth plus stubble. And this goes double for all little girls. Know who wolves are, don't be telling them where you're going, how far, in what direction it is, especially if it's the unguarded cottage where Grandma lives. This is just common sense with which Little Red dispensed. Hence, she proceeded on her way. Through the woods to Grandma's place. Little Red Riding Hood rolled up, took one look and was like, what the heck? Grandma got a hairy neck, teeth enough to get wrecked. Next up, wood axe swinging. That's how it happened, that's all I'm singing. That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
Well, I won't start over if you don't stop yapping. Now wolves got it hard on this earth, ever the subjects of defamation and mirth. First in line to be out there lurking, eyeing ingenues and smirking, working on a master plan, trying to get fed about the best he can, wondering if Grandma got much meat, endeavoring not to be indiscreet. How many of them baskets she go through a month, and how does she react when she misses lunch? And what direction was she living in again? Well, you better hurry up and go and visit her then. But wolves are speedier than little girls, barely pausing to devour jackrabbits and squirrels. The wolf arrived, all the rest despicable lies, all that talk of assumed identity, let it be. This wolf was indelibly wolf-like, forthright too. He said, Grandma, here's what I'll do. Swallow you whole, your kinfolk for after, then I'll keep living so you don't have to. Sorry, starving wolf, no choice. To get in the gullet, just follow my voice. That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
Well, I won't start over if you don't stop yapping. Grandma was hanging alone.
Ultimating medicine for the glaucoma.
She paid rent in the forest, it was inexpensive. Grandma's house was in the intensively wolf-rife section of town. She didn't mind, she liked a wild hound. Sound at the door, an intruder. Is that you, Red? You brought food for me to eat? Nope, the opposite. No hard candy, no soft chocolate, just a wolf belly for you to inhabit. And I'ma need your nightshirt for the next gambit. Clandestinely reclining in bed, the wolf awaits for Red, expecting their usual banter. How's school? Fine, Grandma, here's food. Thanks, dear. Instead, it's all what's up with the ears, eyes, nose, throat, teeth. Little Red Riding Hood, why you giving me grief? Bodies change as the years advance. Soft features grow unkind to the glance, and hairs sprout. All of it the better for you getting in my mouth. Wow, it's dark in here, says Grandma. Here comes the wood axe swinging like, yeah, y'all. Old woman, come on back out and lock up your door when you're lying around. That's the story.
That ain't how it happened.
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 That's all I got, so you commence napping.
Break it down, 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 break it down.
Let me inform as I bring the storm. When I swarm on the stage and I go to perform, I feel warm. Landing up the shots and rows. Drumming every clear, feel it down to my toes and in my blows. Thinking that everyone knows you can't stop till it's one going blow for blow. You better go. Running down the block for cops. Forget 5-0, go grab his pops. Ha! Fight, then I'm back at it again. And I'm chewing on my tongue cause I'm going to sin for the win. Ain't nobody stopping me now. If you get anywhere near me, then I'm dropping the pow. Don't run for what you can't shake. Don't you dare ask for what you can't take. The wheel, the mic, it's around the sound. Come and step in the arena, take a shot at the crown. I'll break it down.
Break it down, 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 break it down.
Nobody stopping me, nobody holding me. Give me body up like it's holding me, and you cold like it's holding me. Give me the mic and I'll show you how to rock it out. Stepping it up and I'll show you what it's all about. I came across sedimentary in a point of view, laying you in a cemetery with your falling through. Tongue tied. side of a ride when I come inside. Say thanks, zealous one, you were good tonight. Nobody really giving a damn what the people say. When we're gonna be getting loud, those where you lay. You got a problem, then you came to the right guy. Our killers in the cup, yup, they all die. Don't run from what you can't shake. Don't you dare ask for what you can't take. Who wield the mic and surround the sound? Come and step in the arena, take a shot at the crown. I'll break it down.
Break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down.
How many times do I say in my rhymes that I drop anybody who will step over lines? And over time, you would think people would learn, but that's when I reappear and I get them to burn. Take your turn, and you're coming up real soon. Giving it to you on how I drop it, the boom. You can try, but you won't succeed. Boss fight coming through, and we're going to feed on every need. We don't mind making you bleed, cause all I really wanna do is sow my seeds. I wanna breed, develop in the next again. Show the world what can happen when you give in to sin. Don't run from what you can't shake. Don't you dare ask for what you can't take. Don't wield the mic and surround the sound. Come and step in the arena, take a shot at the crown. I'll break it down.
Break it down, break it down, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it, break it, break it down, break it down.
Just in case you didn't catch that, the sleeping dragon is still waiting.
The capabilities of most weapons are pretty well understood, but when it comes to atomic explosions, the guessing game starts.
It's a bomb. Duck and cover.
Y'all heard the yellow alert? The purpose serves the killers first. Soon as we learn, ship out to burn. We smoke a split and plan something worse. Something crazy so people hate me, but female convicts still want to date me. I know what it is. This mask is sexy to any bitch. Try to resist the man at the button. If I push it once, the world is a mushroom. That's the kind of weapons we make, so get out of Iraq. I'm already in the States. If you want to get exact, I'm in Kansas, okay? On a bale of hay with some laser AKs. I can burn this motherfucker down, but I won't, cause the scrub club's down. You know what I mean?
Concrete bunkers in the ground. You better run when you hear the sound. Nuclear warheads coming down. Mushroom clouds are all around. Under the earth you'll find them villains. Below against the farmhouse just chilling. Tess, Stacy, and Mad Hatter living it up while the world goes flat.
Oh, 500 Stacy's up in the clouds without a blunt. About to touch the ground and jump in a truck, won't see the sun. Cause where we're going's real familiar. Underground, that's where we chill at. In the town or where we kill at. In the booth, we'll always spit that. Here we are, step out the car. Looks like a cornfield in the dark. Out of the stocks, 4 armed guards. Show me where my people are. In the field, there's a secret door. In the dirt, in a secret floor. Secret stairs, lead to knowing more. If you know too much, au revoir. You better run, you hear the sound. Warheads coming down. Under the earth you'll find the girls below Kansas farmhouses children.
This is the end, hit the dirt. Homeland Security, terror alert.
Toxins, gases, burning acids happens when the missile crashes.
Powerful country, take a bow. Your ass is on the bottom of the food chain now.
A new regime has come to town. You have no choice, we rule you now.
Only 10 minutes, I got enough time. End of the world, you know I'm gonna get mine. Just lift a quick trip, gas and go. Heading to the headquarters, pedal to the floor. 8 hours ago, I was in New York City. Top secret mission, real damn gritty. Now I hope America is watching Fox News when the bomber Sean Hannity's head goes kaboom. That ought to distract those clowns when the atomic fire starts raining down outside the town. On the way to the bar, a secret fortress lies under the farm. Out of the way of arm, the guards let me in. 5 more minutes till the bombies begin to kill his hands. Scrub club locked away in the vault. I'm eating bomber burger and that chocolate malt. Cause we're living it up, the end times are here. Vault dwellers are survivors with nothing to fear. World takeover costs $1 a day. Cause there's bought the ICBMs off of eBay. Different countries are on our shit list, and America's greed was a catalyst. 50 state shit, that's a bunch of malarkey. The only state left is the state of anarchy. Concrete bunkers in the ground, you better run when you hear the sound. Nuclear warheads coming down, mushroom clouds are all around. Under the earth you'll find them villains, below against the farmhouse just chilling. Desk, Stacy and Mad Hatter, living it up while the world goes flatter. Concrete bunkers in the ground, you better run when you hear the sound. Nuclear warheads coming down, mushroom clouds are all around. Under the earth you'll find them villains, below against the farmhouse just chilling. Desk, Stacy and Mad Hatter, living it up while the world goes flatter.
Enough exposure to radiation will cause loss of hair. The treatment, if you'd insist, would be symptomatic. A toupee.
This is the end, hit the dirt. Homeland Security, terror alert. Toxins, gases, burning acids happens when the missile crashes. Powerful country, take a bow. Your ass is on the bottom of the food chain now.
A new regime has come to town. You have no choice, we rule you now.
This is the end, hit the dirt. Homeland Security, terror alert. Toxins, gases, burning acids happens when the missile crashes. Powerful country, take a bow. Your ass is on the bottom of the food chain now.
A new regime has come to town. You have no choice, we rule you now.
What's going on, everybody? This is Morlock, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue. I've got an hour of Nerdcore and something special. Like I've said last week, we are doing a month of interviews with Black creatives because it's Black History Month. So I wanted to talk to some Nerdcore artists with a special relationship to the genre and a special way that, you know, we as Black nerds connect with the nerd community. It's really interesting. This week is Vadell Gabriel. You've heard him before on the show lots of times, and it was really cool talking to him. So we just listened to Hit the Dirt by Mad Hatter from his album Vicarious. It's featuring The Killers. Before that, Break It Down by Zealous One from The Living Epitaph, and we started off with Start Over by MC Frontalot. If you want to know anything more about the show, if you have any questions, if you want to be interviewed, especially if you have music that you want me to play, your music, please let me know. You can email me, pressstartmorlock@gmail.com. On Twitter, it's @pressstartlock. Facebook.com/starttocontinue if you're on there, and you can also go to starttocontinue.com. There are links to everything there, including the podcast and different versions of the show and all that. The YouTube channel, if you want to listen to the show or different videos on YouTube, you can do that. And also Twitch. I stream on Twitch a lot, and mixing the show, doing Twitch Sings. I've been doing that a lot lately. So you can follow me there, twitch.tv/pressstartmorlock. Coming up right now, we have Come Together, the song that might get us sued, by Megaran and Bag of Tricks Cat from their album, Emerald Nights the Album, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
Hello, England! Ow! Yeah. Yeah. United Kingdom. My favorite of all the kingdoms. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupting your regular schedule for this. Cause I can remember when I was in front of my places to burn the disc. Music generator, at first I would imitate a beat that I was digging, then I switched to became an innovator. It's getting later, mama telling me to get some sleep. In love with the beats, without them I am incomplete. They ask how it isn't deep, I hit my feet and hit the streets. Now we overseas rocking with different beats. Like everybody from the front to the back of the place come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place come together right now. Make noise.
I was born the day that Clinton was inaugurated, in an oven that's quite heavily populated. and often hated for the heat and the sheriff. I don't have to say the name, I'll just keep it apparent. But shout out to my parents for deciding to have me. They might have named me Michael, but Felix is catchy. And so are my songs, you should get to know them better. But before you sing along, we all need to come together like
right now in front of me. They talking about Jesus, they still gonna talk about me and my peoples. I'm hold my breath to the day that these haters will see me as equal. Think you stopping this, you out of your mind. The child is divine, cool as the other side of the pond, boy. London fog for the underdogs. You're in luck, cause we the realest ones you gon' come across. The damn Yankees, they can't hate me. I stated frankly, come together and throw up your hands, baby. Everybody from the front to the back of the place, come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place, come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place, come together right now. Everybody from the front to the back of the place, come together right now. Make noise.
It's crazy doing shows out of state and out of country. Some think I'm out my mind, I'm out of fucks and out of money. Rant's a homie, we came to just shut it down. We make a crowd come together every time we come around. Look, I lost a couple pounds, I'm trying to change the way I'm living. Put more pounds in my wallet while I'm in Britain. And I ain't quitting, I know what this level's like. Prepare for a game changer, the reign of the Emerald
Come
Knights.
together right now in front of me.
Baby, like, oh God, this that execution, just like Astroff. Big-headed bitches just wanna be tripping like Jimmy Neutron when they blast off. Flexecution, gotta be going and flexing on haters just like I'm a champ. Never been taking the easy route, I am a warrior, not even talking to Ram. Woo! Looking like I'm Shadow, how I'm throwing shade. Woo! Sonic when I'm booming all these tracks away. Woo! Think I'm about to go and start a revolution. Treat you like you are in Bison, hit you with Hadouken, damn. Think I gotta show y'all where the story go. Riding out on competition just like I was Wario for glory though. I ain't claiming y'all just like the Maury show. Most of y'all are suspect like y'all playing for a glory hole. Pause. Now start it up like you just got an extra life. You scared you're a meshy, I ain't going to the afterlife. People don't understand me and they wanna hold me down. Cause they sleeping like a Snorlax when they wanna lay around on the ground. Yeah, I'm geeked up on these geek raps. I do this for Tree Cities like I'm Groot bringing that tree sap, and I mean that. I got the juice like Michael Jordan and the secret stuff. Not talking about arachnophobia when I'm jumping just like I'm bugs, but you know what's up. Thought you did. Brought you up like a foster kid. Always eating like I'm showed you, but I'm grown now, so I tossed a bib. You paranoid like you were just a neighbor kid. But I got a question, what's the dip to win and faders in?
They be like, oh God, this that execution, just like finish him. No matter what you say, I'ma do it anyway, muscles are never diminishing. I'm a menace with sentences, I got a flow that I drown at your Gyarados. There to propose, yeah, there he goes. Anybody can get it, I barely know. I'm dragging them 2 times, you can call it double dragging them. Like zappers, I'm blasting them, pow pow when I hit them with a magnum. We gotta get the last of them, before they try to come and get the last of us. Got a new Coca-Cola, better hold up, gotta hit them with a plasma gun. Wait now, man, that's enough. Nah, dude, this is just the beginning. I push to the limit, you can call me Tommy Vercetti, I'm grinding and winning. He's on fire. Now that's the way I'm supposed to hit you. You need to sit down and kill yourself, Yoshimitsu. So here, hold a tissue, wipe your tears and leave the stage. You're on a path to frustration, streets of rage. There's no holding back, I'm tired of your foolish boasts. When I swing my golden axe, I'm slicing up these ghouls and ghosts. Yeah, this that nerd rap, I know you heard that, cause I'll jump on top of your head and make you fall off the stage and take a dirt nap. Cause you don't really wanna come and kick Goku. Yo, little homie, I told you, I got Sasuke on my speed dial. Yeah, Ichigo too. I'm about to call a Rogue and Jubilee and see if they'll roll through. Nah, you can't bring Dr. Robotnik, cause I don't know, dude. Nim and Mr. Jones flows colder than Frozone shoes. The streets made him, this beat's banging like killer tofu.
And people tried to put us down when iTunes bumped the post-Cold War sound. A generation set at the mecca of malls. Times Square, I'm there, Viacom installed. So we hit the net while the Trade Center fell. New York met Hollywood, we ran like hell. No Vietnam for us, yo, Iraq, it's on. So who agreed upon this cowboy Genghis Khan? The choice made, baby. Hey, we take it back. Logged in, dropped out. MTV took track. They sold it back to us and claimed the correlation. The iMac, iPod, iGeneration. And I'm waiting for the day we can get out. The world is ours, that's a story, no doubt. Wanna be more than info superhighway traffic? Wanna be more than a walking demographic? Hey, you're part of it. Talking about the iGeneration. Yeah, you're part of it. Talking about my iGeneration. Hey, you're part of it. generation, new organization meant optimization and unification when imagination gave participation in creation of cultural manifestation. The Berlin Wall fell and out we came. The post-Cold War kids laid claim to aim. LOL, OMG, yo, BRB. Space colon dash close parentheses. We sat at our laptops and typed away and found that we each had something to say. Weblogged our fears, our hopes and dreams, individuated by digital means. Fiber optic lenses, DVD, Coca-Cola, Disney, and Mickey D's. Flat mass culture, the norm that took hold. I hope I die before I get sold. Hey! You're part of it! Talking about the I generation. Yeah! You're part of it! Talking about my I generation. Hey! You're part of it! Talking about the I generation. Yeah! You're part of it! Talking about my I generation. Yeah! You're part of it! Talking about the I generation. Wow! Yo, talking about my I generation. Yo, you're part of it. Talking about the I generation. Yeah, you're part of it. Talking about my I generation. This is the INTERNET generation. See, this is the INTERNET generation. See, hey, you're part of it. Talking about the I generation. Talking about my I generation. Hey, you're part of it. Talking about the I generation. Yeah, you're part of it. Talking about my I generation. Hey, you're part of it. Talking about the I generation. Yeah, you're part of it. Talking about my I generation. Hey, you're part of it. Talking about the I generation. Yeah, you're part of it. Talking about my I generation.
I Generation by MC Lars from his greatest hits album. Before that, Flexecution Geek Edition by Game Boy Jones that's featuring M-Raps, N-E-M-R-A-P-S. I don't know how to pronounce that. Game Boy Jones from Game Boy Jones YouTube Raps. And we start off with Come Together by Mega Ran and Backup Chicks Cat from their album Emerald Nights, the album. So right now we get to hear my interview with Vadell Gabriel. Really fun, like I said. We're going to start off with one of his songs called Mega Drive Vibe. It's featuring Game Genie, Sokolov, and Yanksta, and I hope you enjoy it. Just press start to continue.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yo, this is Vadell, and I'm kicking it here with the Game Genie and the Yanksta in the house, you know what I'm saying? Haha, check this out. The king of dingbats, still swinging on new jack. I flow so nice, good did you be asking who that? But I ain't fictional, I don't portray no cliches. I just live my life and go about my way. I'm not a gangster, and I'm far from suave. I'm just a big mouth nerd, trying to find my way through life. Some choose to live tripe, I choose to smoke mics. I never feel the need to front with the verses I write. People used to diss me because I love the new jack. Now they wanna be friends, cause Bruno brought it back. But I ain't phased, cause 24K was John Blaze. But now it's time to shine after many delays. The Game Genie's on the beat with the Mega Drive vibe. Vadell and Sokolov always keeping it alive. With the one for the rhythm and two for the flow. A dynamic duo always still in the show. So get on the floor and let your backbone slide and groove to the beat as we take you for a ride. Yeah, easy does it, do it easy. Kicking it with the Game G, unlocking the cheats to this melody. I double up for Scotia with Montreal's best. We're a dream team, baby, no need to mic test. An old school sound with a modern twist. The Mega Drive sound always brings me bliss. So sit back and max as we keep it alive and nod your head to our Mega Drive vibe.
Vadell asked me to hop on this beat. It's his birthday, okay for sure, G. My boy's 23, man, time sure flies. Been doing hip-hop since we had school supplies. Life is a game, yo, play it to the fullest. Live as if you're destined for a bullet. Nothing to lose, everything to prove. Do what you gotta do to be that dude.
Here I go once again with my 1-2 flow. Back to show and prove that I ain't no sucker. Gonna be like Yanksta, spread my nail like peanut butter. The Mellow Brother, maybe not the greatest in town, but ain't nobody in Scotia that can match my sound. The Game Genie holding it down with the Yanksta. We like to thank you for listening to our Bucky Jam. You know it's a grand slam, making people say goddamn, cause you know we always always keep it live. So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Alright, here we go. Easy does it, do it easy. Kicking it with the game G. Unlocking the cheats to this melody. I double up for Scotia with Montreal's best. We're a dream team, baby, no need to mic test. An old school sound with a modern twist. The Mega Drive sound always brings me bliss. So sit back and max as we keep it live. And nod your head to our Mega Drive vibe. Easy does it, do it easy. Kicking it with the game G. Unlocking the cheats to this melody. I double up for Scotia with Montreal's best. We're a dream team, baby, no need to mic test. An old school sound with a modern twist. The Mega Drive sound always brings me bliss. So sit back and max as we keep it live. And nod your head to our Mega Drive vibe.
That was Mega Drive Vibe by Vadell Gabriel. That was featuring Game Genie, Sokolov, and Yangsta. And I'm really happy to have Vadell Gabriel on the show. Welcome to Press Start to Continue.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, it's long time coming, definitely.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure.
Yeah, we've been like circling each other with an interview and everything like for a while, and I've been really happy to be able to play your music on the show. Just like Mega Drive Vibe. Just quick, can you tell us anything about that?
Mega Drive Vibe's pretty simple. Like, I was working with a guy from Montreal named Jeffrey, who's also known as the Game Genie, and I talked to him about collaborating and stuff, and he specializes in chiptune music and stuff. So like, and in particular, he makes stuff that would play on like the Sega Genesis. So he gave me this beat. That took me a few months to work with it because I had writer's block, but I got my friend on it. We recorded it, put it out, and it became like my most popular track online.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I also should give a shout out to the Game Genie. Actually, he recently dropped a new album and it's been doing pretty well. So shouts out to him.
Nice. Where can we find his music? You know the site?
His music's all over the place. ggsokolov.bandcamp.com is one spot, but he's also on Spotify, Deezer, and all those other places.
Cool. Well, that will be, especially his Bandcamp, will be on the show notes below and on the website and all of that stuff. So, well, the other thing is, happy birthday.
Thanks. My birthday was actually yesterday, but it's good to know someone's wishing me well.
That's so cool. But the real meat of why I wanted to talk to you, having interviews all month with different Black creatives and stuff for Black History Month. Well, I want to start off with like how did you get started making music?
Gee, how did I get started? It's almost 10 years ago. I'm only like 24, but like it still makes you feel kind of old. But like, yeah, 10 years ago it was really at a chance. Like I was during the summer and I was like, gearing up to go into high school for the first time. And so then I decided I was kind of nervous about it. So I wrote a song called High School Blues. I ended up, I went to this studio called Centerline in my neighborhood and I dropped my first song there. It was horrible. sounded like garbage. I ended up liking it, and I just kept going and refining my skills. And eventually I just learned how to produce and everything.
Well, for 10 years, yeah, you've gained a lot of experience and a lot of I'm sure like a lot of tricks up along the way. It's just like, oh, this is my first song. It was terrible.
Very, very terrible. Like you have no idea. Like I don't have it. I don't have it posted I haven't posted it in one place online, but I'm not giving out the link. You got to go in the scavenger to find that shit.
If anybody listening can find that, let me know.
No, don't
Dig
tell
it
this
up.
dude. Do not tell this dude nothing.
Go to
Nothing.
archive.org.
No, no.
So you're not. So this is a bad idea. That's what you're saying. I mean, I can't really tell. You're very, very reserved in your opinion.
No, trust me. You will. No, trust me. If you heard some of my earlier stuff, you'll be thinking like, this is Vadell Gabriel.
I mean, speaking of that, like, Vadell Gabriel, is that your real name or is that like your stage name?
Partially, Vadell's my middle name. Gabriel was my great grandmother's maiden name. Rest in peace. So I ended up using that. My original name actually was Little Cruz actually when I was 15, but I ended up changing it though because like I forget who it was. It was either Ford or Chevy. They had a car at the same time. They put out a car called the Cruz, and then when I found that out, I was like, now I got to change my name because I can't be associated with like a car brand, you know.
Plus, you wanted to like get away from your original music. It's really good.
Kind of that, but it's also like. Do you really want to be associated with a brand? I mean, you see guys calling themselves Little Xan, King Henny, or all these different things. Like, if I want to be associated with a brand, I want it to be my brand. You know what I'm saying?
Or, like, they're basically like, if you do that, you're like a walking billboard.
So basically,
like you want to, like, I'll be Little Cruz if you like give me Cruz money. You know?
I don't even know
Hook
if
a brother up.
anymore.
So, I mean, like, just getting to this, like, the question that I'm asking everybody is, you know, being a Black creative, being like a part of the nerdcore scene, it's a very white dominated genre.
Well,
you know, like
being frank, that's where most of the white rappers thrive.
Yep.
That's nothing. And that's nothing against them, because like there's some really talented white MCs out there.
Oh, definitely.
Because rap's not about color. It's about how good you are, and we'll tell you if you're or not. But for real though.
Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, there are definitely a lot of amazing white artists, like, just in nerdcore. And what I was thinking is like how is being Black in this space like either affected your music or affected like your career in nerdcore?
I wouldn't say it affected it, but like it actually, being a nerdcore artist actually made me feel more at home, because like nowadays it's cool to be a nerd and stuff, you know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a Black person, if you was a nerd or stuff, you always got picked on and all that, like for watching anime, comic books, all that stuff. You would always used to get picked on, except for Dragon Ball Z. Like, every Black guy like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't get it either.
I mean, even Sonic Fox, like he won Evo with Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, it's like a Black thing. Like, it's a Piccolo. Is that
I'm pretty sure the dynamics of one of us, they're honorary brothers.
I was thinking about like it's really.
But anyway, though,
yeah.
For real though, it makes me feel more at home, because like I'm working not only with other musicians who are also nerds, but like we're like-minded. We like a lot of the same things, and like we also like doing similar styles of music. And even though our sounds might be different, like some might use a more like contemporary sound, I myself am more old school. We're all we still have like common ground in our music, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of people I know in the scene, like outside the nerdcore scene, like they got some nice stuff, but I don't identify and really identify or vibe with it, because they're talking about the club stuff, drinking and smoking, like that's not really my lifestyle. But in the nerdcore scene, like that's closer to what that's closer to stuff I actually want to talk about in my music, and so I'm more attracted to it and feel more at home with it when I'm making music. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. I mean, I kind of like the style nerdcore.
Only kind of.
Just just a little bit. Like you gravitate towards the community that you feel most at home with, or you most identify with. No matter like who's a member of it.
Like a guy like color ultimately got nothing to do with it. Like as long as you're cool, make some dope music, I'll get along with you.
Well, how about we talk about like you said, your style is a little more old school. Can you go more into that?
Yeah, well, growing up, I always had grandparents and stuff that always play like old music, like it was either gospel or you had like old R&B and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've really been attuned to more like the new jack swing sound, like stuff by Teddy Riley, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, L.A. Reid and Babyface, stuff sounds like that, and it's kind of had an imprint on my sound in a way. And also other stuff I liked in terms of production was like stuff from Tribe Called Quest, like Q-Tip, Ali Shaheed, Jay Dilla, D'Angelo, Pete Rock, those kind of guys. Like they had like that bass heavy jazzy sound that I really loved, especially Pete Rock.
Yeah, anytime I see anytime I hear a nerdcore song that has like that Tribe Called Quest, like you said, like jazzy vibe, I always go for that.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Nujabes. That was another. I got into him later, but he was also a big influence on my sound.
Oh, what was that again?
Nujabes. He was a big influence on my sound.
Oh, cool. Everybody should look up all those artists, and then buy all of their stuff and compare.
That's actually something you shouldn't do, because like I can't be an exact replica of those guys.
It's just just buy all of Vadell's stuff, like off his Bandcamp. That's all I'm saying.
That would be nice.
So with one of your songs, Rule 5.
Yeah.
Let's play that now. Like, can you tell me anything about that before we go into it?
Ooh, man, that was written about a year after I got out of a really bad, like a really nasty relationship with someone who I didn't name in the song, and I won't name now for legal reasons. But suffice it to say, like I had to get some stuff off my chest, but I also tried to make it clear, like I wasn't trying to say this about every girl that was out there. You know what I mean? Wasn't trying to be like super misogynistic or anything like that.
Well, that's good. This is Rule 5 by Vadell Gabriel, album The Maestro.
Yeah.
You're listening to Press Start to Continue.
It's the Maestro, better known as Vadell, and I'm back this time with new tales to tell about girls from my past who were straight up terrorizing. They were always two-timing, tried to play games with my mind and tried to make me break ties with my families and homies, tried to act like they own me, tried to play me like Sony. This don't apply to all women, just the ones I dated. My experiences from all the drama they created behind my back, they were taking the money that I earned from my shows and try to steal my flows. Lord knows I look for love in all the wrong places, dating girls that were mean, abusive, and low-key racist. Even now, to this day, they won't leave me alone. Blowing up my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and cell phone. Can't believe it's so hard to find a decent partner, because these girls are more toxic than the Halifax Harbor. They tried to destroy my life and cause so much pain, but I gotta thank the Yanks for putting me on the game, cause they showed me one rule I should have heeded, and it's crazy. Rules to that game, number 5, shady ladies.
5 tricks, don't fall for one. She ain't there to hold you down, she's there for fun. This rule is so underrated. The scandalous trick, yo, I got no time. Mad love to the real women on their grind.
But a girl who's terrorizing will destroy your mind.
You'll be turning to a puppet with no mind. You'll be turning on your homies, she'll make you blind.
Let me tell you about one girl Felicia was her name, thick thighs, pretty eyes, and she even had a brain. But of course, not everything you see is what it's meant to be. Cause it turned out she was down with OPP on the down low. She really only cared about my cash flow, but I was far from the worst part though. Cause one day I went to see her and I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw her on the couch, knocking boots with some other guy. But why? Never did her wrong, never made her cry. I always stayed loyal and never told no lies. But in truth, she only stayed cause I had some local fame. All I want is love, but she played me like a game. But that's how it is, some girls will do you like that. Cause when your pockets ain't fat, your love don't mean jack. I learned this the hard way, so I know it's damn true. So follow Rule 5, so it don't happen to you too.
5 tricks, don't fall for one. She ain't there to hold you down, she's there for fun. This rule is so underrated. The scandalous trick, yo, I got no time. Mad love to the real women on their grind.
But a girl who's terrorizing will destroy your mind.
Till you turn into a puppet with no mind. You'll be turning on your homies, you'll make you fly.
Now about terrorizing, she was hotter than July. Oh my, she was fine, definitely one of a kind. But of course I was blind to what she really wanted. To ride on my local fame to get buzzing the rap game. What a damn shame, she thought I was a doorman. She tried to tell me I couldn't do this or say that, who I was allowed to see or even what shows I couldn't see. Like MJ said, she really thought she had control of me. But this time around I wised up and saw the signs. I put my foot down when she tried to cross the line. Over time she got more conniving and snide. I couldn't record a song if she wasn't by my side. But here we are about a year since I left her ass. She's still on social media trying to put me on blast, trying to flip the script but everyone knows the truth. Now her broke ass is up in Toronto acting like a goof. So remember, if you want to stay ahead in the game, just follow Rule 5 to avoid a shady dame. Know what I'm saying?
5 tricks, don't fall for one. She ain't there to hold you down, she's there for fun. This rule is so underrated. The scandalous trick, yo, I got no time. Mad love to the real women on their grind.
But a girl who's terrorizing will destroy your mind.
Till you turn into a puppet with no mind. You'll be turning on your homies, you'll make you fly.
Let me be the first to say I ain't a perfect dude. Sometimes the things I say and do are just straight up crude. Relationships are two-way and I made lots of mistakes. But I'm not here to spread misogyny or hate. These are just my experiences, what I've gone through. And there's a chance some of the stuff has happened to you. The partner from hell knows no preference or gender. Cause when it comes to wrecking love, it's the #1 offender. And I learned this the hard way, so I know it's damn true. So follow Rule 5, so it don't happen to you too.
That was Rule 5 by Vadell Gabriel, who is gracious enough to let us be in his presence. Thank you for being on the show. Press start to continue.
Okay, thanks for having me on the show, man. I'm a big fan.
Can you, like, one of the things that like when we first started listening to each other is your show, The Joyride.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, The Joyride, it's a podcast. It used to be a radio show. It's a podcast. Like, it's centered around, like, it's similar to your show. It's centered around video game music and nerdcore. The only difference is, like, I mix it up throughout the show, so it's not separated between an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, I started adding in more, like, not nerdcore stuff, but like a second hour that's like strictly like Nova Scotian hip hop, so like more ears can be exposed to it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I think there are some guys from Nova Scotia that are nerdcore, but they don't live down here no more.
Yeah.
Like they come back to visit sometimes, but they're not here. Like Word Burglar, who else? Jesse Dangerously. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, but like they're not really that representing down here as much anymore.
Mm.
So I try to give more Nova Scotian artists some play. And there's still a couple nerdcore acts down here, but like it's not many.
So that's interesting. Like, so you specifically try to get some Nova Scotia artists on the show.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, is there a Canadian sound? You know, like there's like East Coast.
You mean besides like OVO?
Oh, besides what?
OVO, like Drake's record label.
Yeah, like
he's the dominant sound in Canada right now.
Oh, cool, right?
Well, yeah, because like it might it might not sound that different from everything you're hearing on like radio and stuff, but like Drake's sound is like Drake's sound like if you're in Canada and you're trying to be a rapper or anything, like everyone jocks Drake's sound.
Oh, yeah?
Like Weekend, Party Next Door, Tory Lanez, anyone big or small from Canada, they try to mimic that sound.
That's interesting. Like so just like specifically like the Drake sound, like that's just really popular right now.
Yeah, and you can hear and it's yeah, and you can hear it's also influencing the states too because guys in the states are are using a similar sound.
So how so when you get like did the artists come on the show? I know you were doing it live at a station like
Yeah,
a couple of
CKDU.
years ago. Like were you having like artists live on the show often or?
It wasn't too often, but when we did have artists on the show, it was always live.
Mm.
And so like, and for a podcast, it makes it easier because I can just record like their parts separately and then do the rest of the show not regularly, but usually and when I was at CKDU doing the show, it was live.
So when they come on, are they like nerdy rappers or do you just any artist in the?
Oh, it depends. Like one time I had a chiptune artist named Commissar out there. Shouts out to him. We're supposed to be doing a Puzzle League battle soon. probably gonna kick my ass.
Nice.
But yeah, I had Commissar on the show, and he actually brought in his Game Boy with LSDJ, I think it's called, is what they use for like Game Boy chiptune music.
Oh, nice.
So we hooked him up to the system, plugged him in, and like he just went. He did a crazy live performance
off the Game Boy.
Yeah, right straight off the Game Boy.
Jeez.
It was amazing.
Stuff like that just fascinates me, like
Yeah,
the ingenuity that people have.
Because like I and I was watching him doing it. It's like literally code that he's messing with using only like I think like 6 buttons on the Game Boy.
Jeez.
and he made like this whole ass song out of it. I was just I'm just sitting there watching like holy
yeah, I remember a few years ago I was watching this this documentary on chiptunes, like this short thing, and it showed this DJ who had like a normal setup and then just this random Game Boy on the side of his gear.
Yeah.
And he's just like pushing the arrow buttons and everything, and the people are going crazy. I'm like, how?
I know it's crazy to me, and I've done a little bit of chiptune stuff myself, other than Mega Drive Vibe. But like I had to use FL Studio to do that.
Yeah.
Use a special plugin. I wouldn't be able to figure out heads or tails out doing it on a Game Boy or nothing like that.
When people that figure out stuff like that, or how to hook a soundboard from a Sega up to their equipment or something, it's really interesting to just watch. You know, it's really interesting just to see like I said, the ingenuity of artists to get the sound that they want. So you had another project that was coming up with streaming.
Oh right, the Twitch tape.
Yeah.
That one it's still a work in progress, but I have been working on it alongside my main project, the Maestro. I don't have a release date for it yet, but it's definitely being put out this year. And so like basically the reason I made it is because like Twitch basically said like they were gonna start issuing copyright strikes on people who used licensed music in their streams, and so I thought that was unfair. So I put out a call out and said like, yo, who would want me to have to make some music for them for a stream, and I got a lot of attention for it. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's go to work.
So this is basically this album. If say I'm streaming, then I can choose music.
You can use it without an issue.
Without an issue. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of it's a compilation like artists that are contacting you, or
no, I'm doing this all myself. So maybe if I do a second volume, I'd probably like put a call out to other artists and stuff. One guy who is working with me on it though is his name's Jordan Reed. He also goes by Power Passion. He's doing the cover art.
Uh-huh.
So like basically I contacted a bunch of streamers and asked them if they wanted their faces on the cover art. And so basically I'm gonna do it like the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike character select.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
so like
excellent.
yeah, so that requires I think at least 18 like 16 streamers plus myself and the artist because we're putting ourselves in the character select too. So I'm still contacting streamers to see if they want to get a part of it.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
that's really awesome. So that's like I just really love that idea of like how like being able to choose streamers like you're choosing like fighters. That's pretty cool. So you're doing all the so this is gonna be like purely your music on this album.
Yeah, and to make it even more home at Twitch, like I've been on Twitch for maybe a year now, but recently like I've been producing the beats for the album on Twitch itself. So like you can go on Twitch, you can see me like open up FL Studio and put stuff down. And sometimes it'll sound good, sometimes I'll scrap it, but like yeah, people can come in and they'll see me working on the beat. They can add in their input, make suggestions and stuff while I'm working.
Yeah, so they can see the process.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I stream like cutting interviews and making the show.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's interested in that sort of thing, and trust me, like watching someone create music like that is really fascinating. Just the choices that you make and the what you scrap and what you don't, and what you choose to put in. Maybe like something that happens on the fly, and you're like, oh, that's good, you know.
Yeah. Gotta be careful though, because sometimes I might use samples and stuff, and the Twitch cops all will come kicking down the door if you're not careful. so I'm trying to make it as like sample free as possible when I'm on the stream.
Yeah. And what's your Twitch name?
Same as my artist name, Vadell Gabriel.
Is that with one L or two?
Which Vadell's with two L's.
Yeah,
Gabriel
yeah.
one.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So Vadell Gabriel is your Twitch name, and is that also your Bandcamp?
Yeah, it's also my Bandcamp, my Twitter, my Instagram. It's all
Nice.
that.
Easy.
Well, yeah, because one thing I used to have different handles, but one thing I didn't learn from other artist friends is that like it's best to have the same name on all your social media, or at least something similar, so that like your digital footprint's more easier to find.
Exactly. So you don't have to say like, oh, I'm this on
Yeah.
Twitch and I'm this on Bandcamp and everything like that. So we got one more song I want to play, and I want to ask you about it. Cody T is Mayor.
Yes, one of my favorites.
What can you tell us about that song?
A group I'm in called Notable Electronic Sounds. Shouts out to Scuzzy and Dr. Z. Well, before I officially joined them, we did a couple songs together, and one of them I wanted to do like a track about Final Fight, because Cody Travers at the time he recently debuted as the mayor in Street Fighter 5 last year. And I wanted to do like a parody of Eric B as president to like commemorate that. So with some help from Scuzzy, I reproduced it using Super Nintendo sounds entirely. And Scuzzy provided the scratches and stuff for it. And then I just put the lyrics down and boom.
There you go. That's with Notable Electronic Sounds, which
Yeah.
I'll also link on the notes below. But what can you tell us about that group?
Oh, they've been around for about a couple years now. When they were first starting out, they hit me up when I was running the Joyride and CKDU, because I was the only Nerdcore show in Halifax at the time. And eventually, even after I moved it to a podcast format, we kept in contact, and I kept listening to their stuff, and it's like it's hip hop, it's Nerdcore hip hop, but it also has like a strong electronic edge to it with the synths they use and stuff, hence the name. And eventually we got to talking this stuff, and we did a couple tracks together, and eventually I became a part of the group.
Nice. Well, it sounds great, and we'll listen to it now. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, this is great, and this is Cody T is Mayor. It's co-produced by Scuzzy of Notable Electronic Sounds. It's by Vadell Gabriel, and you're listening to Press Start to Continue.
Yeah.
Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this.
You ready to start fighting? Fighting for real?
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the games magnetize me no more. But they're biting me, fighting me, inviting me to play. I can't hold it back, the street punks to slay. Hit them with the justice upper, making thugs shudder. Leaving them knocked out cold inside the gutter. It's a pity, Metro City got so gritty. I can't stand seeing my own hometown become so shitty. So I'll keep knocking out punks after the next one. And when I'm done, Mad Gear will be on the run. Cause I'm holding it down with my fists. So Cody T, beat 'em up to this, yo. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this.
You said better go easy on you next time.
Mad Gear be bugging out, straight acting ill, causing all this chaos just for the thrill. Loking out, saying nothing yet talking loud. So I think it's high time I mow down the crowd. They tried to rush me with a full-on blitz, but they can't handle the power that I hold in my fist. I make them bleed and then proceed to throw more punches and kicks, giving them all kinds of injuries no band-aid can fix. I keep throwing combos till there's no goons left, cause when you fight on the streets, it's a fight to the death. Can't be weak out here, cause there ain't no half stepping. So if you can't hang, then you're better off staying inside. The city's overrun with crime, it's a daily thing for them at the same old time. But they know I'll be out to get the rest of them. Cody T is undercut and much respect to rock him. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this.
You lack the spirit necessary to take me on. Lack the spirit necessary to take me on.
Beat 'em up to this. 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 Even the girls here are full of scorn. The total polar opposite of a quiet storm. Cause they down with Mad Gear and now they all hate me. Cause broken bones is all I give them lately. Posey said she loved me and also tried to bank me, gank me, shake me. Cause I get you soft and wet. So naturally I had to put her wild ass in check. Now she got the nerve to get all upset. MG girls get mad because they always get beat up. I wouldn't have to hurt you if you just ease up, but you always tried to fade me. You must be crazy, thought I was Garcia and you tried to blaze me.
Don't hold back.
Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this. Beat 'em up to this.
You can do better than that.
Let that be our final fight. Final fight.
Jeez, you suck, man. Game over.
Of course, this is Valley Free Radio, Northampton, WXOG-LP 103.3 FM.
This show is part of the PlanetSide Productions Network. For more information, please visit www.planetside.pro, and thank you for listening.